All the sights and sounds of Denver are joined now at times by something else.
Within the first 20 minutes of getting here, we smelled marijuana.
The marijuana industry in Colorado is growing fast.
$24, that's after tax though.
Bringing jobs, tax revenue, and tourists to the state.
It's in a childproof casing.
The drug is commercialized.
Yeah, 10 milligrams is one dose.
It's accessible.
We're talking mass commercialization.
It's exactly what mother of four, Gina Carboni, is worried about.
8-year-old knows the smell of it. We drive by pot shops all the time.
It's heartbreaking.
Walter Snyder has not fished at all this summer. It's been a huge sacrifice.
I love fish camp.
These racks would normally be full by this time of the year.
Because we used to catch them left and right, and we used to fill up our racks with kings. My parents used to, when I was a little kid going on up.
Walter hopes to get some fishing in soon. He's followed the talk on the radio about the prospect of violence, and he's glad it's just talk.
I was hoping it was just a rumor. Because if they try to do that, that's wrong.
Snyder says it's good the focus has now turned to fishing. But the late start makes it hard. The flies are starting to come out. The good drying weather will soon turn sour. The rhythms of the season out of kilter. What was right and natural seems suddenly wrong.
My daughter really nice girl.
All Ka Bao Vu wants is to hold her daughter Ashley this Mother's Day, but that won't happen.
The only thing I had, only my baby's picture.
I couldn't say anything. My last one.
Ashley Zhang was the youngest of 9 kids. She and her sister Lee were riding their bikes through the Diamond Estates mobile home park when an SUV hit 5-year-old Ashley.
Keith Landers, along with his wife Desiree, opened their small sawmill on Prince of Wales Island in the mid-90s. K&D Lumber is one of 8 small sawmills left in the Thorn Bay area. They make red cedar shingles and lumber.
And then we're allowed 4 1-inch knots on the backside of a clearboard.
Selling primarily to companies in Canada.
I've got enough timber right now to last me till the end of next season, and then we're out.
Think of what was happening 500 years ago in America, and this tree was there.
Centuries-old trees, including the prized Sitka spruce,
it's just a tremendous tree.
Provide crucial winter habitat for the Sitka deer because the canopy prevents large amounts of snow from building up below.
They can live here just eating berry shoots and forbs, from this kind of forest.
But the habitat, the whole ecosystem, is destroyed after logging.
Some of these trees might have been the first of their species since glaciation. So you'll never have you will never see another tree like that again.
The deer on Prince of Wales Island are essential for the wolf population. Deer are also important to subsistence and sport hunters. The Forest Service has a responsibility to maintain a healthy population of both while implementing logging projects.
Andy Morrison remembers this as a happier place, where for years his friend Dario Martinez took tourists to learn about mushing.
To come here and take a look at the kennel and visit for a little bit and then mush back around the other side of Moose Meadows.
But it's also the place where troopers found a dozen emaciated dogs, including one who died. Morrison says in hindsight, no one realized that Dario, who was in Anchorage, had left the dogs unattended.
But he had people that were close enough by that could have come here and would have come here generously, I'm guessing.
Right. And I just don't think that Dario was that person to reach out and say, hey, I need help. I can't handle everything.
Dario took his own life hours after troopers took his dogs, and today friends are remembering him on Facebook, posting pictures of the man who was an Iditarod musher, a guide for Joe Reddington, and who introduced thousands of people to sled dogs through his business.
No, ski touring. He was really spreading, his passion for dog mushing and what it meant to his life. And it was obviously that the two were just completely tied together.
But Morrison says his friend was also a dreamer who could easily get tied up pursuing big projects, who somehow lost focus on his dogs.
I think we all thought the dogs were getting taken care of, including him. And
do you feel guilty about that?
Of course, I think we all do. And obviously, Dario felt the most guilty about it.
Morrison says it doesn't explain why his friend would take his own life, but it offers a reminder to check in with people we care about and make sure they're okay.
Mud. Fish oil perfume. Dissonance.
Who are you?
It looks like chaos, the constant movement. But there's a rhythm to it all, and Jack Schulteis is in his element.
Come on, I'll show you. And they know this comes out of there. Check all of it. Yeah.
Fishing is a tough business.
You check that.
Especially in a place like Imonic, with the high cost of electricity, air freight that costs more than $1 a pound to bring goods in, and fuel at more than $6 a gallon. A losing proposition, so why bother to try?
There isn't anything else. Sony ain't gonna build a TV manufacturing plant here. They're not gonna drill for oil here. This is all we got.
The Imonic plant lost $9 million last year, and if it weren't for subsidies from the CDQ program, it would go under. And gone with it, the millions it pays out for fish and jobs.
You missed a spot.
Sophie Ann Moore has 2 kids, and like a lot of the workers here, she's a single parent.
I'd like to further my education and move on out of here, and this is a good stepping stone.
For just about everyone here, Quick Pack is a stepping stone out of poverty. Every one of these bikes belongs to a kid with a job. Kids like Jacob Kameroff. Jacob has worked at Quick Pack since he was 14.
Good morning, Imonic Fisheries. This is Jacob speaking. How may I help you?
In the afternoon, he trains other kids to answer the phone, a job Jacob really likes.
I wake up early for school now. I'm always on time. I try to stay organized.
Jacob has impressed the admin office with his professionalism.
Pardon? Can you repeat that?
And the way he puts family first. Joe Mike started to work here last summer. He's 14 now. Before that, when he was too young to hold a job, he wanted one so badly he offered to work for free.
They get motivated. They don't have to go to their parents and say, "Ma, can I have $1?" It's really great for them.
But truth be known, many of the kids here help support their families. Elders in Imonic believe the youth employment program has cut down on vandalism. Quick Pack says it's noticed something else.
And for whatever reason, the kids that are in this program, we've not had any suicides of the participants in it, which we feel is a very positive sign.
Honestly, I lost track after the 4th one.
Maggie Isidore is from a village where there have been a lot of suicides. She says her job boxing frozen salmon has literally been a lifeline.
When I'm not working, I think about all the people that I lost, and that hurts me a lot because some of them I was pretty close to them. At 14, I lost my best friend to suicide.
Maggie says she's not alone. Most of the kids she works with have had to grow up fast.
I have a lot of dreams. My main dream right now is to give my daughter the things I wanted growing up.
Her daughter needs lots right now, and Maggie says the $10 an hour she earns here at Quick Pack has made all the difference.
You have to be creative to pull this off out here. This isn't a by-the-book situation at all.
Because the bottom line here isn't about profit, but keeping hope alive.